Alright, welcome everybody. This is Dobler Gaming, and we are playing the Long Dark on Interloper settings. We have just finished forging all the stuff we're planning on forging, so we've got ourselves 20 arrowheads and a brand spanking new improvised knife. We don't need that. Let's drop that. And I think we are going to gear up and try to get back to the trapper's cabin here. So let's just pick up all of this. Okay, let's load up the thermos. And a quick drink there. And let's just gobble down some of those cattails. Oh, you know what we gotta do? I probably didn't need to. I'm gonna waste that heat a little bit. Which is fine. The temperature's fine. We've got that extra, those extra jackets, which we've got to lighten the load with. So we've got a lot of weight here. We got to look at all the things. There's, I think, a couple of things we need to do to lighten that load. First is we're gonna take this Mackinac jacket and repair it. You know what? See, I think I may end up just sleeping the night. After all of that, after making that decision to do the quick little half asleep, I think I'm gonna, yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put 5 in there. And I'm going to, oops. Break these down here. Isn't that something? Our safe has disappeared. That's fine. We weren't going to do anything with it, but that's an unusual little thing to happen. I think we could call it, I think that's fair if we want to call that, whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. I think it's fair if we want to call that a little buggy. A little bit of a bug. Okay. So, yeah, we are going to, let's repair that up again.
Sunset. It's gonna get a lot colder soon.
Perfect. And then that guy goes there. And then we can harvest our other 2 outside jackets. lightens our load a fair amount, not as completely as we might have wanted. So I'm going to have to just see if there's something else that we can... Well, okay, so we've got a bunch of books. Oh, 78. There we go. Let's take 20 of those. There will come a time where we won't even need any of them. Just because of what am I trying to say here? Oh, that's the other thing. We're going to put that away now. All right, that's a far more manageable. Okay, so I'm going to eat that. Oh, we got away with it. I thought maybe we might get a little food poisoning, but that would be fine if we did. Let's lighten the load by filling our belly. And harvest that guy. Yeah, I'll be able to sleep the night. Actually, you know what? Just to make sure, I'm going to break that down as well and throw a little bit of extra on the fire. And then wow, this is a really exciting episode so far. We're starting off by falling asleep. Okay. Let's sleep through the night. There we go. First thing in the morning. We can tear through some more of these. I am going to pick up one of those, a liter of that water. We're going to be a little over our 35 kilogram carry weight, but that's okay. We're not climbing any ropes or anything like that. I think I will very quickly. Let's warm all of this stuff up again. And this stuff too. Any of those not heating up? I think they're all heating up. And let's do one more herbal tea just for the fun of it. There. Pick up.
Looks like a drop any of this gear.
Warm all of. Pick all those guys up. And Let's go back and reload up that thermos again. Okay. And drink that tea. Well, I suppose I should grab a torch here. I can grab a lot of torches. How many do I have? Let's grab a couple of good ones, maybe get rid of some of our garbage ones. Don't need those lousy little torches. That's a little better. Oh, that was a good one. Darn it. There you go. Thrown away perfectly good torches. Jeez. Okay. There we go. Now, I could grab some meat off of these deer. I'm not going to deal with their hide because I don't have anywhere good, convenient to store it, and I don't want to wander across half the map smelling up a storm. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. We've already got deer carcasses, deer stuff. Tanning? What am I, curing? Jeez. Curing at the dam from those guys, and that's going to get us at least, what did we have? Did we only have 2, or did we end up... Yeah, I think maybe we only had 2. That's weird. This has happened a couple of times since the latest update. The gathering noise has not been happening. And so, I mean, when I stop the game and reload it, it's been fine. But, yeah, it's funny how much something like that, like, oh, jeez, darn it, I just realized it's still early in the morning. I'm going to run back. I'm carrying the hammer with me. And, I just want to leave it. I just want to store it at the forge there. I've got the other heavy hammer back at the choppers if I want it. I think I do. Pardon me, as long as I'm not confusing this with another a couple of days ago, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I had another hammer back at the trapper's cabin, and even if I didn't, I don't really need another hammer. I don't need a hammer anyway. It's just a lot of weight to be carrying around. Old Spence family homestead. Okay, if that's the family homestead, what is the name of the buildings over on the other side. They're the old Spence something too. I don't know. There we go. Should I? No, I'm not going to bother. We don't need the temperature. We were actually physically warming up still. All right. So yeah, a little bit all over the place to start this this episode here. That's all right though. It's still early in the day. The temperature is great. Our clothing, now that we got that Mackinac jacket all repaired up, is really good. What is our clothing bonus? 14 degrees. That is a great. For not having any crafted clothing, that's a really great place to be. Shy of having a better pair of a pair of boots or something, you know, a better pair of footwear, and a second set of long underwear. We're really about as good as we could be on clothing. I mean, I guess we could have combat pants. In our combat pants would give us a little better. I don't think that's about as good a combination as we're getting, because we could have a little better, a second pair of good socks. Really, again, our empty slot for our long underwear and our sort of crappy running shoes are our two weakest links. Everything else is really good. So that's why this running back and forth isn't such a big deal. Normally, the problem with that isn't so much the energy it takes to do it. It's the temperature. You're running around outside. The more time you spend running around outside, the more time your temperature is dropping, typically. But that's really not a concern for us here. It's still morning, too. Morning, no teas in effect, and we're still warming up. I mean, it's still the early. Temperatures will drop over time. Every week or so, things get a little colder for, I think it's 50 days. I think I heard somebody say that it maxed out at 50 days. I don't know. But definitely for the first little while, every so often, the early game is warmer, and then it gets a little colder, and then it gets a little colder again, and so on until it's quite cold most of the time, and until even your crafted clothing is, your crafted clothing isn't keeping you warm all the time, so you have to spend more time indoors. And you definitely have to be aware of the time of day. Yeah, I'm missing the little sound to that gathering animation. Just really makes it a lot less satisfying. I don't know what's up with that. I suppose whatever is up with that is the same thing that is up with the disappearing the safe disappearing, which is fine. The only thing I couldn't, I mean, I got whatever was in there. I don't remember what was in there, but I had taken whatever was in there. So the only problem with the safe missing is if I wanted to use it for storage ever, which, I'm fine. We had those other pieces of storage already. All right. Suppose we could go see his body over there. You can go see if there's anything good on that body. You just have to be careful because you can, there is a bit of a sprain risk here. Not much, but a tiny bit. Yeah, there it is. And there was nothing, but there's a torch, so, you know, it wasn't for naught. Let's just get up there. Alright, and we are just about over to the other side of the map already. Yeah. I might just go over this way. Let's see if we can gather a couple more cattails on the way home. We are, as you can see, putting ourselves in the path of some wolves, but I'm not really worried about that. I'm not going to invite them over. I'm happy if I don't have to deal with them, but if I do, it's not a big deal. Not sure exactly where he is. Is he somewhere on the other side of that little hill? Yeah, there he is. Alright. Him looks like he's got a buddy with him, but I don't know if his buddy is aggroed on me. No, doesn't look like his buddy is aggroed on me. That's okay. Just drag him off, kite him away, and then if he continues to follow me, if we go far enough that he just loses his interest, that can happen. And that doesn't hurt my feelings at all. But I think I might as well just of course, when they run away in the direction that you're going, that's slightly less convenient, but not the end of the world. We may have to just deal with him again in a little bit. There's the railroad tracks. There's that poacher's camp over there. And there should be some more cattails that we can grab here. But yeah, we're going to get back to Trappers. In very good shape. And still reasonably early in the day. Not late at night, at least. We can check on the condition of our saplings and our pardon me, check on the condition of our saplings and our guts and such, and maybe start crafting some arrows. Once we get our fire starting up to level 3, then we can get rid of all these cattail heads, because at level 3 fire starting, you don't need tinder anymore. So we probably have more than enough cattails to get to level 3, but you know, you don't want to be in a situation where you can't light a fire just because you didn't have enough tinder. That's just a silly situation to be in, especially because tinder is so light. Individually anyways. You got enough of it, it adds up, for sure. But alright. Why am I wandering around like that? What am I, drunk? So when we get to Trappers, yeah, when we get to Trappers, if things are not cured up, I think they'll be close. The birch sapling should be close if they're not. So I might just spend the evening reading, because we've got a lot of books that we're carrying around, and while they make good fire starting material, they're also pretty heavy. So the quicker I can have them read, the quicker I can use them to start fires and not wander around with all that weight. And then yeah, we'll either make some arrows tonight, or if things aren't cured up properly, perhaps tomorrow. We'll have to see. Where the curing process is. The bow is going to be a little longer. What I might do, the maple saplings just take a little longer to cure. What I might do is grab it and take it with me, and then wherever I stop for the night, drop it down and let it cure a little bit further, and head back toward the dam where we have those deer hide and gut curing. We could craft a bow there, and there's just lots of spots that I want to check. All the spots on the we went down by the lake and the cabins, and I just want to check the other side of the map there. I'm not sure if I have a good sense of which way is north, south, east, or west, but this side of the map, as opposed to that side, we've checked this side of the map pretty well. This side of the map is pretty untested. So, head up to... There's that cabin that a moose used to spawn near it. I don't think it does anymore. I assume it doesn't. They changed the wildlife. They changed a bunch of the wildlife spawns, and I don't know if I know where the moose spawns in Mystery Lake. I do in a couple of maps. I know at least a couple of the different moose spawns from where they used to be. But, I don't know. I don't know that I know where they spawn here on Mystery Lake. I could certainly imagine a couple of places that would be interesting spots. I wouldn't be surprised if they left one of, like, if they left this one as a moose spawn. The one right by Trappers. See? How nice would it be to have a bow and arrows right now? Look at all those deer. All those baby deer. I could just go, you know, thwap, 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 and knock them all down and eat them all up. But no such luck. So I think as well what I might do is just start a fire. We've still got a lot of firewood. Maybe start a fire out here, cook up some okay, we can I just hate wasting. I got this torch lit. There's no wind. I just hate wasting that situation, even though I don't really need. I think what I'll do, just pick up all these sticks. And then let's throw a fire down here. So if the wind comes from either of these two directions,
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much.
you'll be fine. You'll be just fine. It's all part of the master plan, Mark Meir. All right.
All right.
All right. There you go. We're on the same page again, buddy. So let's throw a bunch. Let's do this. Let's set a bunch of water out. Let's go back and drop. There we go. Oops, don't wander into that fire. That is not a smart way of doing things. And then we will just have a whole bunch of water so that if we don't feel like doing... 78 cured. Okay. 53 cured for that. Alright, I just want to spread these out so I can see what's happening with them a little better.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Okay, well, that is what it is. Yeah, okay. I was pretty sure we had that. We still don't need that many. Let's carry 20 of those around. And don't need 64 of those either. Let's carry around 30 for now of those. And then, yeah, we are now at a good carry weight, even with all the crazy liquids we're walking around with. Okay. Oh, look at that. The other safe is gone, too. Disappearing safes. Oh, look at that. We got more water sitting there. That's fine. We'll have lots of water. So, let's go out here. Hang out by the fire. I know we're not really at any risk of cabin fever anyway, but it's always good to just get into good habits. And so, hanging out by the fire. We started reading that, yeah. Let's do a little more reading. "32 minutes till boiled." See what we can do to... Alright, there and there. Oops, not cook. We want to do another couple hours of water making. And we got a couple hours there.
Too heavy.
And we got a couple hours of reading to do. There you go. Now... we have a ridiculous amount of water here, which is good. I'm just going to drop a bunch of it out here. Let's just drop 7 liters. Keep 2 liters. Actually, you know what? I'm going to drink a bunch right here anyway, so. $83. Hopefully by the morning some of those will be cured up. And so I guess I should munch away at these. This is always, you know, we're always doing very good for food. And then, I mean, we've still got a fair amount of cattails in the locker there. But this moment between when we've got everything forged And when we've got our bow and arrows made, always it's a little bit tight for I always find it's a little bit tight for, what am I trying to say, for food. Now, I think I'm going to try to get that fire knowledge up as my next priority in terms of reading. Oh, okay, too dark. Quickly, what are my okay, carcass harvesting's getting up there. Fire starting is almost level 2. Cooking's got a ways to go. Almost at level 2 on mending as well. Okay. So, increasing mending will really help when we start making crafted clothing as well. So, let's just go ahead and sleep for the night. And I guess we'll make that an episode. A little bit less interesting, this one, I guess. Just heading home, basically. But we'll have lots of interesting things to do coming up. All right. So, like always, I hope you guys had a great time. And, like always, stay frosty, survivors.